Hello, fellow Flosstubers. It's Patty here with Patty Stitches. Today is March the 18th, 2024, and this is episode 258. On today's show, I have whips, I have haul, and a new start. So sit back and relax, grab your beverage of choice, water for me, your craft of choice, and let's chat. So how was everybody's week? Mine was really good. This last week was spring break. So yeah, it doesn't mean anything, but except for the kids in school here. I know spring break shuffles week to week around the country. So ours was last week. Let's see. I really didn't do a heck of a lot. I went to physical therapy, which is working really well. My knee is finally behaving itself, I should say. I am not in a lot of pain anymore. I am able to move a lot easier. In fact, I did the grocery shopping on Sunday, and that worked really well for me. I did not have the grandkids on Sunday. I wasn't feeling well, but I wasn't coughing or sneezing or anything. I just wasn't feeling great, and I didn't think the kids should be around. But I did go grocery shopping, and it was early enough that there wasn't a whole bunch of people there. In fact, I got right into the checker, which is really unusual. So that was what happened. Friday, I did go to knitting. Had a really great time. Just working on washcloths. That's all. I've been trying to knit other things, and just nothing is calling to me. So washcloths it is for a little while. Anything else? Nope, I think that's about it. So shall we get on with the stitching? I think so. I'm going to start off with my Gamer Nouveau Nouveau, and it is charted by Gecko Rouge, art by Medusa Dollmaker. And I am working up in this area over here. So I did work on it this weekend, and I got, I think, over 700 stitches, but I'm not really sure. We're close to it. So I'm just working on page 2. And I'm really enjoying working on this still. So, but I haven't been working on it at night. I'm just working on it Saturday and Sunday right now. Okay. Try not to knock anything down over there. Okay, so my Monday mirror is Touching the Autumn Sky. I am stitching this on 32 count Stellar by Picture This Plus. And I got some of her, a little bit of her dress starting to show up here. I had moved the Q-snap to work on this, and then I realized that I needed to go back and do this section here, so I just moved it back. And I'll just keep working on this section for a little bit until it's all done. But there she is in all her glory. She's so much fun. Okay. I pulled out Death by Cross Stitch. I am stitching this on 32 count bisque by Lakeside Linens. And that's what it's going to look like when it's done. If it ever gets done, it'll get done. It's just taking forever. But every stitch gets you closer. So I worked on finishing up this row here, worked on all this stuff over here and this. So I did a lot of stitching on this. It was a lot of fun. I just kept going and going, but that's where we're at on Death by Cross Stitch for the week. Then I couldn't believe the next thing I pulled out. This is And They Sinned. This is by Valma Becklin. I'm stitching this on 36 count Edinburgh Linen Winter Moon, and I believe this is by Zweigart. But this is what it looks like, and it's really hard to see the pictures. And I will show you. I got quite a bit done. So everything inside here is what I got done this time. So yeah, that's a lot for right now. very happy with that amount. Very happy. Okay. And then I worked on Feast of Friendship. And this is by Blackbird Designs. I am stitching this on 32 count fiber on the whim in the colorway Eggshell, using the called for floss. So I didn't do a lot on this one. I have a dangling thread here, but I'm started the grapes, did a couple of more leaves, and did this section here. And I might have done this, but I can't remember if I had done that this time or not, but that's where I'm at right now. And you will see that I broke my only working on one designer at a time, only one chart from a designer at a time. I did break that, and that's my new start, which you will see shortly. Okay, and then the last thing I worked on was Autumn Dream by Cottage Garden Sampling, or Samplers. And this is being stitched on 36 count Sanguine Linen by Weeks Dye Works. And I worked on this late Sunday night, so just a little bit of the leaf is all I worked on. But it's coming together. I need to get this leaf done and then I can move over. Part of my haul, I picked up another skein of hazelnut because I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough hazelnut to finish this project. So I picked up another skein. And speaking of purchases, I bought two patterns from 123 Stitch, and they're all kitted. So I bought the Symphony of Friendship Sampler by Cottage Garden, and I'm not quite sure why. I know that my dad's favorite bird was the chickadee, and I don't know what my mom's favorite bird is. She never really told me. So I bought this. I picked up the two. There was two different specialty floss, and it was Weeks and Gentle Arts, so I picked those up. And I did kit the rest with DMC, which is what it's called for. So I was able to get all called. I pulled most of them out of my stash. I just had to buy a couple, which is pretty good. With my extensive stash, I still need to buy every once in a while. And I picked up the fabric, and I picked up a half a yard of Vintage Country Mocha. And I don't know which one is Vintage Country Mocha. It says Fawn, but Vintage Country Mocha, I think, is a Zweigart. So, this is what it's going to go on. Which is one of the choices you had for 123 Stitch. Gives you different choices of fabric to go with the pattern. So that was that one. So I've got it all kitted up and in a bag. And this is a stitch and button bag. Okay, and the next thing was my new start. So I went ahead and picked up Oh Joyous Day by Blackbird Design. So yes, I have two Blackbird designs going right now that I am actively stitching on. Just a minute. And I picked up all the floss for this one as well. Which is all over dyed. Oop, that one needs to be cut. Okay, so here is all the floss. And this is being stitched on a 36 count sand Edinburgh linen. And this one might also be a Zweigart. So here's where I got on that. And there's actually 2 different colors in this motif. It's really hard to see, but they are so close to the fabric color and themselves that's really hard to see that. But this is a satin stitch at the top, and I did have a satin stitch all the way across here in the wrong color, so I had to pull it out, and I will put the right color in the next time I work on this. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to focus on the most. Probably the other one, because it is smaller, and I think I might be able to finish that one in the year, but I don't know. So that's all the stitching I did for the last week. I did a lot of stitching. I was having a good time stitching. Didn't do a lot of hours of stitching. I just touched a lot of projects. So plans, I'm going to, I don't know yet, definitely work on the mirror. I think that I'm going to switch out the Death by Cross Stitch every other week and work on the ABCs by Prairie Schooler. I'm not sure though. There are times where I really want to work on Prairie Schoolers, ABCs, and other times I don't even want to think about it. And I know I'm not starting this one just yet, but I will be starting this year, because that's a lot of stitching, and I want to get it going. I definitely am going to keep working on Autumn Dreams, because I want to get that one done. And yeah, so right now I think my only plan is to work on Medusa Dollmakers project, which is the Gamer Nouveau, and the Mirabilia. Yeah, because I was going to follow a plan like I had talked to you guys about, and my feelings have changed on that. I'd like to just work on what I want to work on. And if it's having 2 blackbirds, then I'm going to have 2 blackbirds. Yeah, because when I seem to stifle myself, or shrink myself down trying to stay into a mold kind of thing, it doesn't work for me, and it burns my stitchy bug right out. So I think doing what I'm doing with whatever I feel like works for me. So looking around, I really don't have anything else to talk to you guys about. I hope that you are all staying, I always say that wrong, staying safe, healthy, and happy. And I hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content. And I will see you next week. Bye, guys.